me alone.
Let's goddamn go.
Leave me alone.
Get your fucking
Leave
truck.
me alone.
All right, I'm going to show you the rest of the video, but let me give you some backstory as quickly as I can. Clyde, North Carolina, a young black man is delivering mulch to a landfill dump spot, okay? He gets there 45 minutes early. He parks by the gate. Employee comes and says, normally everybody parks up the road and waits, doesn't come this far down. He said, I'm sorry, I've never been here before. The guy said, no big deal, I'm going to open the gate, don't come in until 6:30. The owner of the place's son comes shortly after and goes, no, you shouldn't have been down here. Now you got to go behind everyone who's arrived since you and wait in line behind them. He said, we say a few words about it, and then I follow the instructions and go back there. He's sitting back there waiting, and all of a sudden that same guy and 5 of his friends come rolling up. He has a pistol on his hip, and he starts yelling about, you took my phone. So 30 to 40 minutes of him accusing him of taking his phone and demanding to search his truck before he finally says, fine, just search my truck. And the guy doesn't find the phone. Then his dad shows up, they check the cameras and go, okay, and let him go. He goes to dump his load, just like, this is ridiculous. In the meantime, that guy apparently finds the phone, according to him, on the ground outside where his truck was. Like he couldn't have dropped it there? No, he assumes that he stole it and then had thrown it by the truck. So he comes flying up the hill with the same 5 guys again and starts threatening him. And then they get 2 bulldozers and flip over his trailer and tip his truck over on his side. That's not on video, but this other exchange is, and this is absolutely insane.
What's going on? What's going on? What's happening?
You driving that truck?
Huh?
Go get in your truck and be a good witness.
No, I ain't driving that truck. I ain't driving that truck.
Phones up. Get in your vehicles. Now. You're leaving. You're gone.
What happened?
You're gone.
Going where?
You're going out.
Who?
You.
For what?
For videoing.
For video when I'm going out? What is you talking about?
I'm closing. I'm done.
Yeah.
No, I'm done with this shit.
Leave me alone.
Let's goddamn go.
Leave me alone.
Get your fucking
Leave
truck.
me alone. Leave me
Get your
alone.
fucking truck till the cops get
I'm
here.
leaving.
Now. Give me your fucking phone. Let's go, bitch.
Let's go.
Get in the fucking truck.
Yeah.
Don't get out of the truck no more.
Don't get out of the truck no more?
Take you out.
Yes, the sheriff's department's coming to get
Okay.
rid of you and your fucking mud.
Okay.
So stay in your truck
Yes, sir.
before something
Get
bad
in
happens.
there, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Get in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do it now.
Yes, sir.
Take all your video.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Shut your door. Shut your mouth. Like
You're the
I told
sheriff?
you to.
You're the sheriff, right?
Yes.
And you weren't trying to talk to me. Can I join the
Yeah,
window
I'm
down?
done talking with you. Shut the door.
Can I join the window down?
No, roll the window up. Roll the other window down.
Hey, sir, you slammed the door on my door. And that's all I'm recording.
I'm gonna put you in
That's
jail.
all I'm recording for slamming on the door.
I didn't slam it on
You
the door.
did, yes, you did.
You
Have it
had
on
a hold
recording.
to get in the door.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all going to jail. Y'all going down. This town going down. Yeah, this town going down.
That man had to believe he was about to record his own lynching. That was the energy that was there. That's what it felt like was going to happen. And the fact that he was able to walk away from that, he is exceptionally lucky. But that is unacceptable. He needs an attorney. This is Clyde, North Carolina again. That business, apparently it was the owner and his son that did all that stuff. This is insane.
Okay, what do you do when a job you've had for years suddenly turns into a confrontation with a client? What do you do when you're accused of stealing from a company you've contracted to make a delivery for? I mean, guys, what do you do when a job you've had for years suddenly into a confrontation with a client that you're accused of theft while being subjected to a racist rant, you know? So what do you do when the world is watching but a company chooses to remain silent? So today we will be discussing a viral video that has sent shockwaves through the construction and freight industries, igniting a conversation about racism, accountability, and the power of social media. We'll be talking about that story in details, and that story involving a black truck driver and a white family associated with the Wright Brothers Construction Company in Clyde, North Carolina. And this case has become a flashpoint for a larger discussion on race and business in America. We'll be exploring the immediate and furious public reaction, the severe business consequences for Wright Brothers Construction and the broader implications for an industry-wide reckoning. Guys, the story began when a truck driver who had arrived early for a delivery was allegedly assaulted and had his truck damaged. The confrontation caught on camera quickly went viral, and I'll be examining how the company's response or lack thereof fueled the fire and what it means for other companies facing similar situations. We'll also look at how this event has inspired other black truckers and contractors to share their own stories of mistreatment. By the end of this broadcast, we hope to have a clear understanding of how a single incident can lead to a global outrage and what it will take for a real systemic change to occur. But before we proceed, if you find this content valuable, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell on so you don't miss out on our next breakdown. And as always, we want to hear from you, so I'd ask you most definitely share your thoughts in the comment section down below. And now let us take a look at these clips that have brought this discussion. Then I'll be back to discuss everything with you.
By now, many of you have seen or heard of the video of Wright Brothers Construction Company Incorporated circulating, where they absolutely terrorized a TikToker by the name of Bossed Up. He had went to deliver a load of mulch, and allegedly one of them claimed that their phone got stole because he arrived early. And not only did they terrorize him, close the truck door on his little dog, they flipped over his entire trailer and big truck. Well, Wright Brothers has issued a statement, and it reads as follows. Wright Brothers Construction Company Incorporated is aware of a video circulating on social media involving a confrontation at one of our project sites. The footage is upsetting and does not reflect the standard of professionalism and respect we expect on any job site where our name is represented. We want to be clear, the language and behavior displayed in the video are unacceptable. While not all individuals involved have been confirmed as Wright Brothers employees, we are actively investigating to determine the facts and the roles of those present. Preliminary accounts indicate that some of our employees attempted to de-escalate the situation when a member of the public arrived in an active construction zone, filming and refusing repeated requests to leave or lower their phone for safety reasons. Wright Brothers Construction goes on to say, regardless of the circumstances, threats, hateful language, and any form of discrimination have no place on our projects or within our company. We are taking immediate steps to identify those involved, assess any violations of our code of conduct, and apply disciplinary action where appropriate. Wright Brothers Construction is committed to fostering a work environment and public presence built on respect, accountability, and integrity. We are initiating additional training for all supervisory personnel focused on conflict resolution, respectful communication, and maintaining professionalism in difficult situations. What are your thoughts about all of this? My understanding was one of them was the owner or the owner's son, correct? So how is the owner going to disciplinary himself? I just have questions and lots of them.
They wanted to unalive that man. They wanted to unalive that man, accusing him of stealing the phone. You come back with 5 guys. You got a pistol in your hand. You're flipping over his truck. Then you talking about get back in your truck before something bad happens to you. It was some evil folks. And so I hope, Wright Brothers Construction Company, I hope y'all get sued for every dollar you got. Like, honestly, bro, I hope y'all go broke. I hope y'all go broke, bro. I want you to lose everything. I want you to go so broke that you can't even provide for your family. Since it's obvious that y'all had it on y'all mind to stop a black man from getting back home to his family. Because that's what y'all wanted to do. Because for you to say, get back in your truck before something bad happens to you. We know what that means. Besides, we know a lot of y'all want to take us out anyway. Y'all always have a look.
Welcome back, good people, and the incident you just saw is more than just a single event. It is a case study of the immense power of social media to hold companies accountable. And the Wright Brothers Construction Company incorporated a name that had stood for decades in its industry, found its reputation collapsing almost instantly, not from market forces but from a moment of prejudice caught on camera. The immediate reaction was furious. Now, as soon as the black trucker posted his experience online, social media platforms lit up. Hashtags condemning the company trended, and videos dissecting the alleged abuse went viral. For a white-owned firm in a predominantly white industry being accused of systemically targeting a black worker who stood his ground was, as one source put it, quote-unquote, pure disaster of the highest order. The financial and business consequences were swift and brutal, and the backlash led to tangible business impacts. Major contractors reportedly began rethinking their partnerships with Wright Brothers Construction Limited. Local governments and project boards faced immense pressure to cut ties with this company. Community leaders started demanding formal investigations. The company's operations were described as collapsing, quote unquote. This shows that in today's America, racism isn't just immoral, it is also a real bad business. And the company's initial statement attempted to address the situation, but it only served to escalate public outrage. They stated that the footage was upsetting and didn't reflect their standard of professionalism. They declared the language and behavior were unacceptable and announced they were investigating. They also mentioned that some employees tried to de-escalate the situation and that a member of the public had arrived in an active construction zone, filming and refusing requests to leave. They affirmed their commitment to respect and accountability and even announced additional training for their supervisory personnel. Guys, however, the credibility of this statement was immediately questioned. The public saw it as an attempt to deflect the blame. One of the main aggressors was allegedly the owner or the owner's son, raising the critical question of how the owner could discipline himself. The public was interested in vague statements. They demanded real accountability. The outrage grew every day. The company remained silent or issued vague statements, proving that the court public opinion silent is guilt. This incident is not an isolated one. It represents a deeper truth about racism in blue-collar industries, which has often been swept under the rug and shielded by the "it's just how things are" mentality. But this protective shield is now crumbling. The public outrage and attention have inspired other black truckers and contractors to come forward with their own stories of mistreatment, some naming other companies and exposing industry-wide patterns of discrimination. This case is seen as the potential beginning of reckoning in the construction and freight industries. It is a wake-up call for companies everywhere. Now, the demand for accountability and systemic change is no longer a fringe idea. It is a mainstream expectation. For firms facing such allegations, survival depends on confronting the claims head-on, offering real accountability, and committing to systemic change. If they resist and hope the outrage fades, they may learn the hard way, quote unquote, the severe consequences of failing to address racism. This incident also highlights the significant racial disparities that persist in these industries. A 2022 survey by the National Center for Construction, Education and Research found out that black workers make up only about 6% of the construction workforce, despite accounting for over 13% of the US population. In the trucking industry, data from the American Trucking Associations shows that black drivers represent around 15% of the driver population, which is a closer reflection of their share of the population, but they still report facing discrimination and unequal treatment. This incident therefore resonates with a widespread experience of many minority professionals. The public reaction, including the calls for boycotts, shows a clear demand for justice and a refusal to tolerate what is often described as casual racism in professional settings, right? Now, let us say that the fact that outrage grew with with each vague statement from the company underscores a powerful shift in consumer and public behavior. People are no longer willing to wait for a legal system to deliver justice. They're using their collective voice and their wallets to demand immediate action. Wright Brothers Construction company now faces a long road to recovery, if recovery is even possible, if I might say. And the reputational damage is severe. The potential loss of partnerships and government contracts could be devastating. And this situation serves as a stark warning to all businesses. In the age of social media, your actions and your inactions are public, right? So, the court of public opinion is always in session, and its verdict can be brutal. For the larger industry, I think this is an incident. It's a call to action. It's a moment for you to look inward and address the systemic issues that have been ignored for far too long. Other companies now have a choice: either to learn from Wright Brothers Construction's mistakes and proactively address racial bias, or risk facing a similar fate. The story of the black truck driver and Wright Brothers Construction, I think it is far from over, and it will likely continue to unfold in the courts and in the public eye. But one thing is clear: it has already had a lasting impact, not just on one company, but on an entire industry, forcing a long overdue conversation about race, respect, and accountability. So guys, what do you think about this video? Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.